What's up, everybody? It's Joey G. What's going on out there? And just want to take in that great victory, great ass kicking, great trashing, great humiliation, great just stomp on the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. I loved it. To all the Cowboys fans out there, suck it. You guys, we murdered you. I mean, you just didn't stand the chance. And shout out to my boy Kurt Reitner. I mean, I know you're mad, Kurt. You're hurt. You're hurt inside. I know that. I know the Cowboys are your team, but hey, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm from Philadelphia, like I said. You know, I root for the Giants. You know, but I don't root for the Giants against the Eagles. You know what I mean? So you can say what you want. And then you know what he always brings up to me, everybody. He says, "What do you call a Philadelphia Eagle with a Super Bowl ring?" And he writes, "Thief." He gets so mad. He gets so mad. My buddy Kurt Reitner. This is dedicated to you, Kurt. I am dedicating a video. This isn't all about football to all my wrestling fans out there. I'm getting on the wrestling, a lot of wrestling rumors out there too. But I have to address the Philadelphia Eagles first, okay? And football in general for a couple minutes. He can't accept it. He just can't accept it. Last year at Christmas, he didn't accept my phone call on Christmas morning. Because if you remember, the Eagles played the Cowboys and we beat them and we won the NFC East. And the Cowboys were 8-8 as they were the last 3 years. And he always, brings up the past. That's all he has is the past. That's all he can bring up. And if you remember, because he is one of my best friends. We're still friends. We got in a kind of, I was kind of really breaking his balls last night. I mean, because he said that, after we got crushed by Green Bay a couple weeks ago, he said we were done. We were finished. We suck. We're a mediocre team. When we meet Mr. Tony Romo, like he's Tony Homo sucks. He's not Tony Romo. He's Tony Homo. That's what he is, okay? Tony Homo. Joey G has named you Tony Homo. All you Philadelphia Eagle fans, everybody in Philly, even if you don't like football, but you got to hate the Dallas Cowboys all over the world. It's not Tony Romo. It's Tony Homo. Homosexual. Faggot. That's what he is, okay? For real. But anyway, okay, and he wants to say we're a cheap artist. Des Bryant's crying because his lip was bleeding. Oh, well, Des, don't play the game. We ended the other 88's career. Do you want us to end yours too? Because you're saying Des Bryant's declaring war on the Eagles. He said it's war next time when we come to play you in 2 weeks. We play Seattle next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday. And then we got the Cowboys. So we got 2 big upcoming games. And you know what? I'm still enjoying this Eagles victory against the Cowboys yesterday. I mean, it made my Thanksgiving. It really did. I had one of the grand happy Thanksgiving everybody out there yesterday. I didn't do a show yesterday. I don't think I did I? No, I didn't do a show yesterday. So happy Thanksgiving out there to everybody. Click shout out. Happy Thanksgiving to Mikey Noor and Click Chick Stacy. To all my friends out there, happy Thanksgiving to hockey, everybody, all my boys, everybody. Just happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You know what I mean? But we went in there and we just stopped the Eagles. Mark Sanchez was on fire in the first half. Second half he was in, but he was good. You know what I mean? He can play in this Chip Kelly system. And, I'm thinking, Foles ain't out for the year. I mean, he's going to be back. I mean, they said maybe by the next Dallas game. So I know Chip Kelly goes with that system. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. So if we're winning with Mark Sanchez, I don't think he's going to take Sanchez out. I don't think he's going to, Chip Kelly ain't going to say, okay, Mark, you're out. And that's just Chip Kelly. He's a college head coach. I mean, he comes from college. And if if Mark Sanchez is winning, if it's broken, don't fix it. There's no reason to fix it. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. I mean, Sanchez was just in there and barely winning games, Okay, we got smoked by Green Bay, but I think we would have got beat by Green Bay if Foles was there anyway. I think we still would have got maybe not as bad, but I still think we would have got beat bad if Foles was there. I mean, that was a wake-up call. And I said myself, I can admit when my team loses. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. My boy Kurt, he can't admit it because he thinks, and how the Cowboys America's team? How? What's more fucking American than an eagle? For real. How are the Cowboys, the Cowboys, how they, I mean, Dallas, Texas, we from Texas. Yep. Got Barney Fife, we from Texas. We Sheriff Texas. You know what I mean? Come on, dude, Texas. I mean, it ain't like it's Houston. You know what I mean? Like towards, more towards, you're in Texas, like you're going into Hickville. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I never got that. I always thought the 49ers, I didn't say the Eagles were America's team. Were the Flyers, even though I busted on them the other night in that little joke I said, the Flyers in hockey, I think, are America's team. They are. Everybody's Flyers fans. There's Flyer fans all over the world, just like there's Cowboy fans all over the world. New York Yankee fans, they're America's team in baseball. They're Yankee fans all over the world. You know what I mean? And what's the other sport? Basketball, I mean, I guess the Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers, I mean, good, bad, whatever. The Lakers are the team, America's team in basketball. I mean, if not the Lakers, it's the Celtics. It's one of them two. You know what I mean? You would think it would be the Bulls, but it's not. It's not even the Celtics. It's the Lakers. I mean, it's the law, and that's how it is, And I got to live with the Dallas Cowboy thing, but they're not a good team. And the thing, my boy Curry, he's always living off the past. Oh, we won it all in the 70s. Well, you sucked in the 80s, okay? And then you did have a couple, but they did. And I admit it, 92, 93, they won the Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson, and then 95, I mean, basically, they still had Jimmy's team. Barry Switzer came in the coach. He coached them 94, too. They lost the NFC Championship, and then they won the NFC Championship in the 95 season. They beat Brett Favre and the Packers, and they went on. They beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl 27-17 at Sun Devil Stadium in the beginning of '96. So but that's last time. And then they went to the playoffs the next year. They were 10-6, and they got smoked by Carolina. And I remember everybody saying Dallas is going to beat them. And they didn't win a playoff game. They won one playoff game. And I mean, exaggerate, I say that Kurt 20 years, but in 18 years, they've won one playoff game. Sadly, it was against the Philadelphia Eagles, I think, 3 years ago. Yeah, because I think it was we were tossing up between Cobb, Vick, and McNabb, who would be our starter, because McNabb was still here. So it might have been 4 years ago, and Dallas beat us. That was the year we played Dallas last game of the season down there, and they beat us, then we had to go back down there and played them, and they beat us back to back. And they did. They crushed us. They didn't crush us, but they crushed our season because we were doing good. And if we didn't have to play them, we might have went on. The year before that, we were in the NFC Championship against the Arizona Cardinals. The year Arizona played Pittsburgh, the last time Pittsburgh won the Super Bowl. But am I saying the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl? No, but I do believe. I mean, my Super Bowl pick was in the beginning of the season Eagles and Bengals. I'm still going to stick with that, but I don't. If that happens, then that's great. I mean, because the Bengals are kicking ass too. They're 8-3-1. That's a good record, I think. Or 7-3-1. I think they're 8-3-1 now. I mean, 8 wins, 3 losses, and that one tie. I mean, that tie. People say, "Oh, ties suck." Hey, that tie helps them now. They're in first place. They're in first place in that division because everybody else in that division is 7-4. Are 7-5, the Ravens. I mean, the Cleveland Browns are 7-4. And you know what? I like the Cleveland Browns. I'm glad. I'm an inner city blue collar dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a superstar too. Got some dirt on my shoulder. Brush it off for me. But I'm saying, I like Cleveland. I always liked Cleveland. I didn't like Cleveland, the Cleveland Brown ownership under the new ownership. But you know what I mean? I'm liking them. And I like Johnny Manziel, even though he's not the quarterback right now. But I like Cleveland. I would love to see, like I said before, I would love it to see the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl. Of course I'd want the Eagles to win, you know what I mean? But I would just love to see that. And if the Eagles didn't make it and Cleveland played anybody, unless it was the Giants, which we know that ain't going to happen. But what do you call, because the Giants ain't making the playoffs, I would want to see Cleveland win. But Cleveland's just a blue-collar city. I like Cleveland. Just like I like Detroit. You know what I mean? Not really big fans of the team. I like the Pistons. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of the Lions. I hate the Red Wings. You know what I mean? I remember the Flyers played them in the Stanley Cup in the 96-97 season, and the Red Wings swept us. It's them fast Russians. I mean, I got a a tiny bit of Russian in me, but they were some Russians. I mean, they had Sergei Fedorov. Remember them? Dominic Hasek was the Dominator. He used to play for the Sabres, and he went to the Red Wings. I mean, and they swept us. So, all right, let me get up to sports talk real quick. Get on some wrestling rumors. Okay, Dolph Ziggler. Now, this is just a rumor that I'm hearing. Okay, WrestleMania. Get right down to it. Lesnar to hold the belt to WrestleMania. Tossing around moves. Hulk Hogan has said, now this has been rumored. Now, it's been rumored that Cena was going to fight Sting. There was even a rumor that we're going to have Rock Cena 3 this year, but they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not having. They are having Rock Cena 3, but next year in Dallas, where we whooped the Cowboys' ass yesterday. That's when they're having Rock Cena 3 next year. I don't think it's going to be for the title. Maybe it will be, but I doubt it. I think they're sticking the title with the youth now. But this is what I think is going to happen at WrestleMania, and it's a rumor floating around. Money in the Bank is being brought back to WrestleMania. The pay-per-view's done. You know what I mean? There's only one belt now. They're actually bringing in Bash at the Beach, the WCW pay-per-view, which is going to be in July now. The WWE Bash at the Beach, and it's going to be in Fort Lauderdale. How about that? I thought it would be in like Miami or Orlando or somewhere in California, but I mean they're having WrestleMania in California, but Bash at the Beach is not a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam or Royal Rumble or Survivor Series, even though Survivor Series just fell way off. But anyway, they're having it in Fort Lauderdale. That's the rumor now. You know what I mean? That Bash at the Beach is going to be in Fort Lauderdale, where the Florida Panthers and hockey play. And small building, but WWE's had pay-per-views there before. Matter of fact, it's had the pay-per-view where Stephanie McMahon turned heel on her dad, where she first went with Triple H. They had the pay-per-view there, where it was Vince. It was Armageddon in 1999 when Stephanie turned on her dad and went with Triple H. They had a pay-per-view there. And they had a couple other pay-per-views there. But that's where Bash at the Beach is supposed to be. So this is the rumor I want to get across to everybody. The winner of the Royal Rumble, I'm supposed to hear, is Randy Orton. Okay? John Cena to fight Lesnar at the WrestleMania. People were rumoring around that Cena could win possibly because people want to see Batista and Lesnar, and they're not going to have Batista win the Royal Rumble twice. Like I said before, can you imagine if Batista won the Royal Rumble again in Philly? I mean, maybe some people would cheer. I don't know. The WWE universe is crazy. You know what I mean? I would cheer. I like Batista. You know what I mean? I would cheer if he won. I'd be a little confused, like, damn, they let him win twice, huh? But Philly would shit on him. Like I said the other night, like they would literally, there'd be shit flying all over Batista. I mean, they'd be throwing shit in the ring. It would be horrible for Batista. But this is my thing. I think that in the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton will win the Royal Rumble. It's a rumor too, but Randy Orton will win the Royal Rumble. There's no Elimination Chamber this year. I don't know if they're going to call it. If there is Elimination Chamber, I don't know. There's rumor it's going to be the Elimination Chamber. Rumor it's going to be No Way Out, or it's going to be Vengeance. That's going to be the pay-per-view in February from Memphis, Tennessee in the FedEx Forum. But anyway, let me wrap this up real quick. But the rumor I'm getting, Randy Orton's going to win the Royal Rumble. In the main event, the very last match of WrestleMania, fight Brock Lesnar for the title. Randy Orton wins the title. Seth Rollins still has the Money in the Bank from winning it last year at Money in the Bank. He cashes in and beats Dolph Ziggler. Or not Dolph Ziggler, excuse me, I gave that a little away. Beats Randy Orton. He's the WWE World Champion. Then Dolph Ziggler wins Money in the Bank from earlier that night. They're having a match. Seth Rollins, Vince McMahon's going to give Seth Rollins a certain amount of time where he has to cash in because we can't have two Money in the Bank guys. Even though the King of the Ring World title's coming in, and if I get to do a show later tonight, I'll get into the King of the Ring World title. But then, imagine this, Seth Rollins cashes in. So that's two title changes for the World title on one night. Seth Rollins becomes WWE World Champion. Then out of nowhere, Seth Rollins gets RKO'd and beat up. Dolph Ziggler music hits because he wins Money in the Bank that night at WrestleMania. What do you call it? Comes running down the ring. Zigzag. Seth Rollins, spaghetti leg. Zigzag. Dolph Ziggler wins the WWE World Championship. The title changed. The WWE World title changed. Randy Orton won. That's once. Then Seth Rollins, and then Dolph Ziggler leaves with the WWE World Title. That's what's happening at WrestleMania 31. Mark my words, Joey G. I'll be back later. Peace.